5 dashboard YouTube document. Ops 23. Ops. Pane. OK enter button. Cancel enter. Apply enter button. Enable push to mute. Push to mute delay spin button 0.
Hopefully, there we go. I had to figure out. So you can enable push to mute for all this stuff if you want, but I really, again, I won't do that just because. Yeah, again, I'm not. You guys, whoever's tuning into the stream besides you two, I'm just going over the settings for OBS for on my end of things so that people can understand what I did. But it will vary depending on your particular settings and all that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind. Not everything here will be the same for everyone. Also, it depends on your computer you're using and the hardware as well. That will also determine what you do for your configurations. I can't tell you what you're gonna have to do for yours. So
Enable push to talk delay spin button 0. Push to mute delay spin button 0. Push to talk delay spin. Enable push to mute checkbox. Push to enable push to talk check. Push enable push enable push to enable push to mute. Enable push to talk delay spin button 0.
So as you can see, there's push to mute and push to talk for a whole bunch of stuff for all these things.
Sample rate down combo list audio. Sample rate down combo box 48. List audio. Video row 5. OK enter. Cancel. Apply enter but list video.
No, for video I can't show you because I already have stuff like, I have things going, so I can't show you guys this tab. But yeah, so
OK, can't apply. List video.
Once you get your stuff configured the way you want it, you'll hit apply, and then of course the OK button.
OK enter. Ops 23. Folder view list. Ops.
So yeah.
Ops 64. Launch anyway enter button. Cancel enter. Launch cancel enter button.
Oh, you can.
Pane.
Be careful because you can't.
Pane.
Apparently.
Launch and cancel enter button. Launch any ops is already running. Unless you meant to do this, please shut down any existing instances of ops before trying to run a new instance. If you have ops set to minimize to the system tray, please check to see if it's still running there. Graphic.
You can apparently launch multiple versions of multiple copies of OBS.
Launch anyway enter button.
It's recommended, but you can.
Desktop list.
If I show you, you can do it.
Ops 23. Ops 64.
I did, see?
Source. Scenes window list. Eurofly row 1 column 1.
But now.
Ops 23.0.2. 64-bit Windows profile. Ops 23. Ops 64. Mixer window. Scene add configurations. Control. Start studio mode check. Start recording. Start streaming checkbox not checked. Scene add config transitions.
Oh.
Mixer window pane. Sources window.
And in this one I'm not streaming. This new instance, you won't have streaming checked. So I can actually show you guys. Let me go to my settings.
Scenes mixer volumes properties mute audio volume slider for audio mixer output. Properties for audio mixer output button. Mute audio mixer microphone checkbox not checked.
Oh, here's everything else I wanted to show you.
Volume select properties for mute mix slash properties for mix volume mute mix slash o check properties for audio mixer microphone button.
So here it says properties for audio mixer microphone.
Volume slider for audio mixer mute audio mixer microphone checkbox not checked.
I have that unmuted because that's my mixer. Okay. Because I wanted to route my mixer through OBS. If you don't want to do that, you could. Because I have my system output set to my mixer, I didn't have to do this. I could have just used the desktop audio, but I didn't know that. So I added my mixer output as a source.
Properties for audio mixer output button. Volume slider for audio mute audio mixer output checkbox checked.
And my audio mixer output is muted. So I'm using USB playthrough. If I wasn't using USB playthrough, I would use a desktop audio or I would mute. So my audio mixer microphone source is unmuted. My audio mixer output is muted because I'm using USB playthrough. If I didn't have USB playthrough on this mixer, I would unmute this. Or use the desktop audio number 1 as my... Does that make sense?
Properties for video capture device button. Volume slider for video capture device. Zip mute video capture device checkbox not checked.
I also have my video capture device unmuted. Just because I thought I needed to keep it that way.
Scenes window list hero fly.
Okay, and then if I go back to my settings.
Sources, mixer, scene track, add configuration spin, controls with start recording checkbox, studio mode checkbox, settings button. Settings dialog, list, general row 1, column 1. Stream row 2.
Were you still behind, Michelle?
Output row 3.
Okay, good.
Audio row 4.
So.
Sample rate, list, audio. Video row 5.
For video?
Base, canvas, resolution down combo box 1280x720.
So my base canvas resolution on this computer is 1280 by 720. This is just the standard HD resolution. And for those who are asking why the heck I'm doing this, I'm explaining this for Michelle and Leona because they're trying to get into streaming as well. So that's why I'm explaining what I have my configuration set to.
Output, scaled resolution down combo box 1280x720.
And so then what I've done here is it says
base, output, scaled resolution down combo box 1.
Here's your output base scaled resolution. I have that set to the same thing. Okay.
Downscale filter down combo box by cubic, sharpens.
And then I left everything else the same.
Down combo box 30. OK, enter button.
And then I have
out base, canvas, output, downscale filter down combo box by cubic, sharpen scaling 16 samples.
This is set to the default, which is your downscale filter is set to default, which is by cubic. And I left that alone.
Down combo box common FPS values. Downscale down combo box common FPS values.
Now I also wanted to mention too, I left this alone to this other combo box next to that where it says downscale.
Down combo box common FPS.
Oh, it says common FPS values. I left this alone. And then I have the last combo box set to
down combo box 30
frames per second because this computer doesn't really like 60 that much. Although it probably wouldn't make a difference even if I had done 60. So, but you can try 60 or 30 and see which one you prefer. But I did 30 just because I'm not doing any like actual video games or anything like that. So I don't have any consoles.
OK, enter, cancel, enter, list, video. Hotkeys row 6. Advanced row 7.
And that's pretty much my settings. So yeah.
Cancel, enter, OK. Ops 23.0.2, 64-bit Windows profile untitled scenes untitled window. Ops 23.0.2, 64-bit Windows profile untitled scenes untitled window. Controls window. Settings button.
No, for those who are wondering that maybe tuning into the stream late or tuning it, watching it later, uh, I do have an audio mixer. It's an analog mixer that has a USB interface, and so that's why I probably sound so good. Also, it's 'cause I'm using an XLR microphone, and I have two actually. One is a Shure SM7B, and that's what I'm using right now. That you guys hear me through. And then I also have this microphone, which is the Audio Technica ATR 2100, which apparently I've been hearing is the US version of the Samsung Q2U. And this microphone has gone through a lot, but it still works, surprisingly. Um, so yeah, I like it. They both work. And you know, they work really well for what they are. Both microphones are really good. So right now I'm using the Mackie Profix 12, but I do also have another USB or another analog mixer with a USB interface as well. I don't have a digital mixer because I never knew which ones were accessible, so I just use the yeah, I just use the analog mixer that has a USB interface included. Although you don't have to use it that way if you don't want to. And so what I have going here is I have a 1/4 inch to 3.5 millimeter cable. The 1/4 inch ends are TS, which means they're mono, and then the 3.5 millimeter is TRS, which is tip ring sleeve, and that's stereo. I just learned this ages ago on YouTube video. For those who are new to this, that's what I'm trying to explain. And that goes, the 3.5 millimeter end goes into the, basically into my speakers to make my speakers work. I'm using a pair of very interestingly, very interesting speakers. They're probably not the best for mixers, but they work. And it's the Bose Companion 2 Series 3 multimedia speakers. And those are plugged into another surge protector on a different end of the room than where I'm at right now. Sorry for the stutter. And then I have basically two sets of RCA to 3.5 millimeter cables. One set is in my inputs of my mixer, and one is in my outputs. The ones in my inputs, the 3.5 millimeter end goes into my computer, which then lets you guys hear things like me playing my music. If I wanted to, like, so, I would play it like so, and you guys would hear me playing it like this. And I could easily. So yeah, there you guys go. That's how it works. I need to adjust the VLC settings though to make it quieter, but that's uh that's how it works. And that's how you guys can hear music going through. But like I said, I do need to adjust the volume. So that's how you guys would hear my music in the stream. So yeah, this is just a test stream to see how things go. It looks like my stream health is good, so that's a good thing. I was worried there for a little while, but looks like we're okay. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I was quite concerned at first. Yeah. So hopefully you guys shouldn't have as much of a delay. Hopefully, since I have my bitrate set at a better level, and since my resolution is now set properly, and I also have my camera set as well. So hopefully that's working. And yeah, there you guys go. There we go. So I guess that's it, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you guys have any questions, anybody else who watches this later, you guys can contact me. I will leave a link to my Twitter on the page, and yeah, I guess the question you guys might be asking is, what am I gonna cover on this channel? I guess some audio games, maybe some technological stuff. Setting up how I have my mixer set up, things like that. Some people might be kind of curious on that. So that's kind of what I'll be covering. I am one-handed, so audio games are sort of limited, but I'll try to cover what I can. Things like Eurofly, Boku no Vulcan 3, and maybe some other games that can, if I can figure out how to adapt them, I can play those for you guys as well. So I'll also do some Android games and some iPad games, things like that. So, anywho and anyhow, enjoy the stream, and I'll put a link, I should say, I'll put up the shortened archive as well when I do any other feature streams. So, yeah, enjoy. I will leave this stream up, by the way, for those who want to hear, the endings of me going through my settings on OBS. If you guys have any more questions about the first part of it, which I didn't stream, you guys can contact me as well. Okay.